Yeah. And under the watchful eye.
Yeah. But not by myself. I think it's like you think you're doing it right, and someone will be like, "Hey, just a little thing," and you go, "Oh, okay." But what you don't realize is you weren't going to do that, and that whole thing was not going to come out.
You were going to go down a definitely a wrong path.
Yeah. Kids are showing up just in time. Just in time to see their father working. We can just start without them.
Alright.
Alright, everybody, welcome to that thing, the Ellistronics thing that I do, because I don't have enough time on the mic, and god damn it, I need to talk more, and I need more people to listen to me, even though it's Ellistronics and nobody's really listening, but that's my favorite thing to do. So, we're about to start, and my kids are arriving. Mike Catherwood is here, my guest. Yes, Tiger Alice!
So I can spend 10 buckaroos, right?
Yeah, you can spend 10 buckaroos. You won. Sure. Good talk, though. Yeah. I love you too. Thanks, appreciate that. Is Devin here? Everybody good?
She's still not come into the house yet.
Alright, talk?
Check.
No, that's not working.
You want me to put on a different one? There we go. Check. Sounds good.
Good. That's alright. So, I don't have, I've had guests lately. So now I'm sort of putting the pressure on myself to have guests.
It's been good too.
Yeah, I learned a lot from Buck Angel, and then
Those stem cell dudes were a wealth of knowledge.
I just posted the smoothie thing finally, so it took a long time because I accidentally, I guess the video went for 8 minutes and you can't transfer that.
No.
I don't know. Didn't know. Now I do. Thank you. So, my co-host is joining us.
Which mic am I on?
Late show. We're late.
Is this
That's you? Yep.
Cool.
It's a late show. We're very unprofessional. The podcast should be out, but we're very busy doing a bunch of other stuff. Canada, Ellismania. I have constant business calls with everybody involving Ellismania because I cannot let any more cracks. I can't let anything slip through anymore. Enough is enough. I know it's like a crazy event and there's so many different pieces of it, but it's just people could be better. It's
controlled chaos.
But you can figure it out. I used to think, well, never, you just got to be cool with the mistakes.
No.
Like when things go wrong, you got to be okay with that. But I'm not okay with that.
It's not pottery. Like you can't just learn to love the mistakes.
No.
Right. Yeah, because I guess Tully didn't have a guitar last year.
That's not very lovable.
That's not right.
That's hard to embrace.
That's not.
Yeah.
You gotta know that Tully's in the band.
Yeah.
And you got to know that he's going to want a guitar because he plays guitar when he's in the band. Little things like that. But I have. Oh, it's funny. I've always sort of it doesn't matter. The dog's barking.
Should I kill it?
No, don't worry about it.
Just slit its throat?
Don't say that.
I can hold it underwater. Dealer's choice, really.
Stop.
You can crush its neck easily. You don't even need a weapon.
I know, right? Like just threw it off the balcony. You could whip it in a circle like a chicken.
Don't. Stop saying that. Anyway, no, I noticed. Same with my manager as well. There's a bunch of stuff where I said, like, man, maybe I need to hire somebody else, or maybe people just don't know. I keep picking the wrong people, and then I was like, it's your event, and you're always. I think you got preoccupied with fighting so many people that people would take it upon themselves to do the job for me, because they would be like, dude, what you're doing is so stupid. You need all the time you can, and then fighting a bunch of people or doing a bunch of stuff. It would always be I'm doing a bunch of stuff, getting pulled different directions, so people would see that and be like, I'll do this part or that part for you.
Right.
So that was convenient. It would help, but then if you don't really, then new people working, and then I'm just used to that person doing that job for me, and then them not realizing that they didn't listen to your stupid radio show every day. They don't know that Butterballs is a fucking legend, or that that Oxycontin John gets a fucking hotel room.
Also known as Scar.
If you don't know, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I've realized it's total therapy that there's problems that can be solved. They're not just like problems to freak out on, which is what I used to just do. So now I got to be busy. I got to stay on everybody, and that is a little bit annoying, but it's called Ellismania.
Right. I was gonna say heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Yeah,
it is your event. It's your radio show.
Well, I used to think because I think I was getting away with it. I think I was getting away with just fighting, just talking shit, and cutting out, and everything would work out. And actually, no, it didn't really work out, but I would always laugh it off as, that's just how I am. That's how things are. They're never really professional.
Right.
And then I'm like, well, Ellismania 15, you've been in the Hard Rock like 10 times. It's pretty pro. Tighten it up. And now I know the things that are loose and how to fix them. So now I'm just watching everybody.
Micromanaging.
Yeah, and sort of helping. I can tell it's a fine line. You don't want to be too kind, because then people are just like, yeah, I'll be late to the meeting and stuff like that. But I also know that I can't be too aggressive, because
it's really about managing your reaction to things that go wrong, because nothing's perfect. Nothing is ever going to be perfect. So,
but I won't take bullshit excuses.
Yeah,
and I'm different with that now. Like, you can just point it out to me. You can explain it. You can just say sorry if you bullshit me. Or okay, now we're going to have a discussion, because I'm gonna make you realize that I'm gonna make this all like you're lying and you're making it worse. So just, you fucked up. Man, you know what I mean? Well, let's really not do it again. If you do it again, but man, okay, you got to make a mental note. I don't know how you're going to get past it, but we have to figure out a way for you not to fuck up.
Dr. Drew always said the same thing about medicine. He's like, we all make mistakes, constantly. It's a high pressure job but if you're the resident doctor in charge, you can't tolerate excuses. Just, you fucked up.
That's it.
You fucked up. Let's go. Let's move on. All right, we got
because you've got to move on.
Yeah.
So I think the show seems way less complex than it used to now to me too. Like, just the fights and how it's going to work. I'm like, everybody, and I think the talk that I would have to everybody involved, it's going to be a lot. I'm going to be a lot clearer to everybody what their job is before the event starts.
Yeah, that's a good call.
When usually I would just be, I just come out of my hotel room fired up. You know what I mean? I'm usually like, I'm going to say a bunch of funny shit and I'm going to get knocked out probably. So this is like a big deal.
It's a high pressure situation, no doubt about it.
But I don't do that other part that I've discovered that it's really my job all along. You know what I mean? Like, the only person that I was ever getting mad at was myself, because the only person to blame is me.
I think you'll be healthier just doing it yourself too. I think that's a healthier approach, like knowing you.
Right.
Because you want it so bad. The reason you always used to worry about, like, am I hiring the right person? Is this guy the right guy? Is this guy the wrong guy? Maybe I shouldn't allow this girl to do fill in the blanks. It's the same reason why you worry about whether or not you're a good parent. It's because it means a lot to you. Right. It really does mean a lot to you. And so having complete control, and taking control of the things that you can control, is very empowering.
Right.
Trying to take control of things that you clearly can't is the most... It's really like a torturous endeavor.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm actually surprised how I actually think I kind of like micromanaging in a weird way.
Yeah,
it's like
it's empowering.
It's like a job. I'm just staying busy. I like staying busy, and that one is it's brain consuming. My whole brain has to go into it to make sure nothing slips through, because I'm like, what is everybody doing here? Who's telling? I'm like, now I got to understand the mind of the person that just sent that email.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm like, hey, everybody, you know what I mean? That's my biggest thing, is to get everybody on the same page, because that seems to be the most difficult thing. I'm like, don't fire off an email without everybody on it. When I see that, I'll check you for it, because what if that one person doesn't know? And then that thing's gone. That's because I found that to already happen for this year already. Just that somebody didn't tell somebody, and now my team looks embarrassing to me. Makes me look embarrassing. Yeah. Like if it's the Jason Ellis team, it's just like Rob Dyrdek, and you're talking to the people, and they're gonna book you on ridiculousness, and they sound like a bunch of fucking assholes. They don't know what way's up. You're like, wow, weird. That'd be very surprising to you. And you wouldn't forget that.
Right.
And I know in business that's how it works. I don't want other companies that I deal with having people going, oh, I'm not sure, but you should give us money. We've got an event, excited. You know what I mean? Like, I want everybody knows what they're doing. That's why this year I don't have any sponsors. I mean, I have sponsors, but they're mine. And I didn't make a deal. I didn't ask anybody for anything. I just told the Hard Rock that the sponsors are, Red Dragons, On It,
right.
Wolf Knives, Skivvy, the people that are my team. That's it. I've reached the point now with the series contract I'm about to sign. And they're playing around with it right now. I'll probably find out today or maybe Monday. But I mean, I guess I'm live on YouTube and I haven't signed it. But whatever the extra bit is that they're putting in or they're trying to take away, well, it's great.
It's details.
It's details. Where it's going to be is that's it, man. I wish Will. I would tell Will because he was like, wherever you go, you're going to want more, and I'm like, I'm not that guy. He's like, you are, because you're never satisfied. I'm like, no, I'm never satisfied because where I'm at is bullshit.
Yeah,
that's why I'm not satisfied. When I'm where it's not bullshit, I won't be that guy.
I also think like maybe old Jason would have been never satisfied guy. You've done a lot of work on yourself. I mean,
maybe
Will probably has gotten a lot of experience of a guy who would have never been satisfied.
Yeah. Okay.
You have come a long way.
But I do. I'm. It's where I don't need any more. I really don't. If more comes, great. But it's not like it was before. I don't expect it, and I don't care. I'm very, very content. I'm a little bit worried that I would lose it, but I know that that's like a safe worry. It's like a smart worry.
Just not getting overconfident.
Yeah, don't. Why would you just think this is forever? Because nothing's forever. So just manage it. Make sure you can get the most out of it and have fun with it. But I love I don't have to answer to you. Like if you don't sponsor the event, we're fucked. There was times there where there'd be people that I'm like, oh god, I don't really even like this person. I like the company, but the person's starting to annoy me, and I'm selling out. I know it's like a little bit, but I'm like, I could just buy boxing gloves. I'm not saying it was a boxing company. I'm just saying I could just buy this shit, or I could, like, what is your, because that was the hustle. You never leave a stone unturned. Like, you don't, when you make an event, you get everybody to try and sponsor it if you can. That's the hustle. Like, I'm making money for my kids. Like, why would I not call everybody personally and reach out and see if they want to sponsor this event? And now I'm like, there's money that I'm leaving on but I don't. But I wanted to get to the point where I'm making money out of this event, but I'm not scraping. I'm not hustling.
Right.
Like, I know you're like, oh, that's a bad idea because how many more have you got? I'm like, well, I don't care about extra money. I don't want extra money. I don't want to work. I don't want to call you at 12 o'clock at night to hustle you for some more money to sponsor an event or whatever. I want to go to bed. I want to smoke a joint. I want to eat a sandwich. Whatever the fuck it is I want to do. I don't want to involve business all the time. I don't want to go to bed going, I got to wake up and beat this guy.
It's an enlightened view. You ever hear about the two explorers? I believe it was in the 20s. They both were trying to reach the deepest part of the Antarctic at the same time. And they're both leaving at the same point, and they were trying to get to the same point. One guy said he's just going to barge, and they're going to walk as much as they can, as fast as they can, every single day, and that was what his team was going to do. The other team said 20 miles a day, no matter what. Perfect conditions, snowing, we're hungry, we're well-fed, 20 miles a day, boom. That's a team that ended up winning by a sizable amount because they just kept it within reason, and they didn't try to constantly go for more. And they weren't pushing the limits. And there's something to be said about, like, I want Ellismania to be this way. Yes, I can make more money by compromising here and there. I could maybe make less money if I skimp and I cut corners. I want it to be this way, and this is the way it's going to be. There's...
Yeah, no, I feel good. I feel good about paying for people's flights and hotel rooms that aren't even fighting. They're just, like, fans of the show that I know boosts morale of the weekend.
Yeah.
Like, them being there makes other people that listen to the show happy. And then the other thing, like, my manager doesn't even know that I'm paying everybody that wins the fights. He has no idea. Because I know if I told him, he'd be like, don't do that.
don't
That's
do
a
that.
bad idea.
Doing what with money?
Yeah, he's not going to know until I start figuring out that check. He's like, wait, who's getting this? I'm like, everybody's getting this, dude. Like, and he's going to... I know what he's going to... He's looking out for me, you know? But I want everybody that ever went to it to remember it and think that it was cool. You know, like, I feel like... I see, like, if I die, I see what it looks like afterwards, and I don't want it, and I want it to be this way. I don't want it to be where I was just holding on to something.
What's the point of doing it if you're just phoning it in? You know, like, I mean, think about that. How many hundreds of thousands of guys have been in radio? You know, in the history of radio, I mean, how many hundreds of thousands of dudes have tried? A handful of them get like their own festival, you know, like, hey, they have, you know, the Ron Bennington comedy show or something. But no one's ever done an Ellismania. Not even Stern. Not even Stern's done something like an Ellismania. I'm sure he could. I mean, he did
a celebrity boxing event.
No, but he's never done like
he didn't make it
his own festival, like his own. This is his brand.
Right.
He don't get me wrong, he could. If he did Sternfest, it would be the biggest thing. I know. but my point is,
that's
like,
not the big news.
You do this thing, and people come from all over the world.
Yeah.
You know, mostly Canada and America, but people come from all over the world. But they come from all over the world.
Yeah.
Hey, international.
It's an international event, and everyone goes there in their own mentality. And like I always said, it was kind of like going to, and don't rush to judgment because I mean this as a compliment. But I remember one year I went to the Juggalo Festival, right?
Yeah.
The Gathering.
And the Gathering, and
but
I was going prepared to just get fucked up and make fun of people.
Yeah.
I ended up really. It was like kind of heartwarming that for a weekend, no matter who you were, everyone was a rock star, and they were all in on it on this one thing. They all collectively agreed that this was our thing, and we love this lifestyle, and we're gonna party and be friends. And people walk around the Hard Rock during Ellismania weekend, and everyone's just happy and wearing Red Dragon shirts and giving each other high fives, and it's like this level of camaraderie, and like the world needs a lot more of that, you know.
Everybody does know everybody.
Yeah.
I think I noticed that late.
And you're not going to get that with any festival that you go to. If you go to a music festival, you better bring
right.
You know?
Oh, yeah, good point.
I don't go to Coachella and people come up and want to like hang out.
Right?
I know, I never even think of that.
More quite the opposite. People are like, oh, I wish it didn't have to be so crowded around other people.
Yeah. No, you private off. Everyone privates off into their own sectors. Ellismania is...
No, they're all looking to find each other, group together and do things. It is like a big worm hug weekend.
I see things on Instagram where people know each other's kids and stuff,
yeah.
and I barely know them, and they know that person's kid because of the show.
Right.
Do you think that they ever do like crazy group sex, like Ellis fam?
There's Ellis fam sex.
There must be.
I mean, I've been invited to a couple, so
yeah, I'm just thinking
whether they actually do it or not, I don't know.
Yeah. I hope there's a lot of fucking going on. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I've been in...
There's some. We have to assume there's some.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a sausage fest, though. It's not too much fucking. And then I think all the girls are usually committed relationship girls.
That's why they're there.
Yeah. So they're usually like I hated it, and my husband played it so much that I ended up liking it, and now I'm here. Or I'm the fan, and I made him like it, but it's never... I mean, it's not. You don't come to Ellismania to be a player, you know.
Hey, don't say that.
You don't. I mean, you can come to Ellismania and have a shot at the tattooed security. I would get a ticket for that because everyone thinks they're banging me. They're not. I mean, they're not.
Yeah.
And some of them are single, and some of them are totally worth banging. I've always wanted to bang a couple of them that I haven't. And everyone probably thinks I have, but I haven't. Mm-hmm. Charlotte, for one.
Yeah.
I really want to bang her.
Yeah, well, that's a good choice.
Right?
Yeah.
But I don't think it's... But whatever. Things happen.
It could happen.
I still don't know this year. I have to find out if the bat fight's going to happen. They're like trying to tell me what... They might not let
What's
people...
the problem?
Hanging people upside down.
Yeah, well, the blood flow to the brain is weird.
But if it's only for 1 minute at a time, that's fine.
Listen, I don't know shit.
We could tell them that it's a
I know, but you don't know
fight.
You could tell them what?
That it's a marionette fight and that they're going to be upright. And then we could switch it last minute. If that's the problem.
No, the problem is that they're scared of people falling off the rope and landing on their head.
Yeah.
And then I guess the theory is that the log fight that people could have told, oh, there was a mat on the ground.
Yeah.
Look, all I know is I feel like they're going to stop it. Because that's what, whenever it's a back and forth thing,
it might not happen.
Attorneys, I have to stick up for them because they don't stand to gain anything by saying, yeah, why not? I mean, your job as an attorney is to be like, no, fuck no.
Yeah.
Let's just be safe on this and say no way.
It's a stupid fight too. I don't even think it's going to work. I just see it as the video of two guys or two girls upside down. They're not even going to see each other. They're just like swinging near each other or something.
Yeah.
And there's just hundreds of coloured balls flying everywhere.
Oh, imagine the bloody noses too. But you're upside down.
There isn't going to be one.
But
you can't even hurt anybody.
No, but you can headbutt easily because you're.
Okay, if they accidentally headbutt each other, I don't know how happy we are.
Headgear on though, right?
I know, but
it'd have to be like nose to nose smashing.
Well, it could be the back of someone so it could still hit you in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, if it doesn't... there's this fight that I know this guy wants for sure, the guy that knocked me out, and I'm kind of like trying to duck it because, you know, I think I can run this Ellismania. I'm really focused on making this the masterpiece. And
Then don't do it.
Well, if there's two fights that drop out, then I will do it because it is still a good fight.
Well, you don't have to put yourself in that position. I'm sure there's...
Well, there's not... I mean, we have to come up with two or one other innovative fight because that's how I roll. I'm not going to do...
Have you done chicken fights? Where
What's
like
a chicken
someone
fight?
on someone
the
else's
shoulders?
head? Yeah.
Yeah, Master Blaster, I called it.
Yeah.
Wasn't that good.
And then the Baby Bjorn fight.
Wasn't that good. You know what? The Baby Beyond fight could be good if it was... Katie was trying to play and... Tita was like really trying to get away from it.
No, she didn't want anything to do with
So it was like Dave and Eddie had never done it before because I think it also would go. A big thing would be the people that are carrying them. If you don't let them look away from each other, then they have to keep fighting.
I think it'd be really cool if you got legitimate little people in it and like giant jack dudes. I mean that would be like a Quado fight. Remember Quado?
We don't have
Quado versus Krang.
We don't have little people. We only have big people.
I know.
No.
I mean, we have one little guy that listens to the show, but he has no arms. He only has hands.
That would be problematic in a boxing match.
Yeah.
You'd throw him at somebody.
Aww.
You could have him fight my brother-in-law. He has no legs.
Sort of just gonna like cuss each other out or something.
Like no arms.
Dude, he has arms that pedaled him around fucking Europe.
Jack.
He's going to destroy. He has no arms.
Yeah.
Dude, he has hands.
That's true.
Oh, he has legs.
Yeah, but he has legs. You could kick the shit out of a guy who's just a stump.
But they're little.
Oh, okay.
With those big arms.
Yeah, if I'm betting, I'm betting on your wife's brother.
Yeah.
Those are some jacked arms too.
They super jacked.
His cardio's insane. I'm sorry, I think he's just 69. Yeah. There you go, Katie. Yeah. Why don't they have sex in the octagon? Mm-hmm. Yeah, look, I really, you know, if it doesn't work, then I don't know. Maybe I'll fight Shane Carwin or something. I'm joking.
Oh God, please don't.
Just the other hand.
Yeah, be like, you know what the problem was? Is you had your front hand, so let's run this back with your other hand. All right? Yeah, it's a bad idea.
That clip you put up the other day of that fight, I was just like, oh, what were you thinking, Jason?
I thought that was smarter than the 10 guys in 10 rounds.
Oh, it was. I felt it was more exciting.
It just, to me, that was the one where Shane Carwin, I thought to myself, like, first off, Shane Carwin's a professional. Mm-hmm. He's not going to permanently, and he's going to knock Jason out, but he's not going to permanently hurt him or injure him.
Yeah.
10 random dudes. Not even the one with, like, Uriah and me. And the one where it was, like, just random people. That was where I was like, Jason. But once it's on paper, you can't... the last thing I want to do is, like, pull you aside and make you worry.
Yeah, I mean, Dominic Cruz did that to me. Yeah. It worked out.
He's so dark.
Yeah.
He is emo. He's, like, emo fighter guy.
Oh, I love it. He's the best.
He is. That's why you like, because he's so dark.
So he's talking about suffering and pain.
Yeah, that's the only thing he likes about me. He's like, I'm pretty sure you're suffering.
I find salvation through my suffering.
Yeah. Yes. He does. He's an animal. So anyway.
It's going to be a great event. I feel like the meetings that we're having and everything, it is very tightened up.
I know it's great because look, I'm a doofus. I love goofball shit. So for me, I love it. I'm just in heaven. But like my wife loves it. Like she looks forward
that's crazy.
to it. My wife looks forward to it. And she brought one year, the year that Sam Shocker fought.
Yeah.
My wife invited her actor friends. And when I say actor friends, I don't mean like some bros that got into TV. From London, they work the most prestigious plays and stage work in London and New York City. The most hoity-toity, like stuffy people. And they thought it was the best event ever. They just were thinking it was...
They should hire me. We'll go to London, do a shows. London and New York.
Do some Shakespeare.
Yeah. Live from so-and-so theater, Ellismania.
I'd love to see that.
Shakespearean Jason?
Yes, just one scene.
Hawk, here you, mate.
Yes, give me one scene from Hamlet.
I could teach it to me. Where is it? How do you do it? I'll do it. I'll do it every night.
It's another
Come home and do
podcast.
it. It is another podcast.
Maybe you could just start reading Hamlet to Tiger before bed.
Sure. I mean, I know that he'd laugh when he heard it. That's for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, so maybe I have to have a backup plan. You know, you're making me think maybe I shouldn't fight the giant guy.
Well, if you do it if you want to, but if you started off the podcast by talking about how empowering it's been to just do things exactly how you want them and to take control of things that you in the past were letting you were dividing it up and throwing it out there to other people when you probably shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
Very excited that this year is the year that you're taking control. You're doing things on your own. If you have this chink in your armor that you're worried about this fight, don't do it. That's my thing.
It's like I'm not. It makes it easier if a fight doesn't happen, and I've had that fight because I know that things fall through at Ellismania. That's why I've had that one sitting there waiting to happen because I'm like, I just don't trust something will happen. Sure enough, stripper fight. Man, I'm emotional. I'm like, all right, forget you guys. And then and then next now we're gonna go to the bat fight. Like it's gonna.
Yeah.
This is the. I have a backup plan. But if they drop both, then
I wonder if the female bat fight could turn into a stripper fight.
I just don't think that either one of those girls are capable of putting on a boxing show.
It would be really entertaining.
I just don't. I mean, I've had Lee punch me in the face on the beach naked. Like she couldn't.
She's like one of those inflatable
Dude.
arm things out front of
in front of car dealership.
You just don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I was like, just if you want to unload, go for it. Like, and she's like, for real. I'm like, for real. I won't move out of the way. Just unload.
Yeah, but that's disconcerting. I've had guys say that to me, and I'm not Chuck Liddell, but I could throw a punch, and it's weird hitting someone who's just standing there. Like there's a strange thing about like just cracking someone.
She got tired real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Well, she's a fan of smoking things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't. I mean.
Yeah. I mean, she doesn't work out.
Yeah, but she doesn't smoke that much either. Like
but she doesn't work out at all.
Yes, she's very lazy.
That hurts.
Yeah.
Taco Bell and.
If you're gonna smoke a lot, you got to be like a Diaz brother.
And Charlotte works out now, right? And she's completely sober. So that means she's fit as fuck.
But she's very sweet. I can't imagine her like maliciously throwing punches.
I pitched a great fight to Jason. He won't do it.
What?
Like, he claims that the Hard Rock won't let him, but I think our
What?
butt plug tug of war.
Yeah.
Wait,
Plug of war.
how is that a fight?
I don't know. I thought it'd be funny. I put a butt plug in. You put a butt plug in. They each have like a horsetail. We tie them together, and we see whose sphincter can hold on the longest. When we
I'd rather do that fight than fight that big guy. It's, at least I fucking get back to the hotel with more brain cells left.
I just thought.
I mean, is somebody punching you in the face while you're trying to pull the plug out?
Just plug of war.
Yeah,
but
if it's not a fight, then that check. But wait a minute.
What if it is?
What if we are fighting an opponent in each corner, and the plugs are in our asses?
What about butt plug tag team? You and your partner are tethered together by a butt plug the whole time.
Oh man! Wait, so you and me we have a cord attached to
a butt plug, which is inserted in our both mutual assholes.
I mean, we gotta we're gonna have to wash our asses
I'd
out
enema for that because
when it comes out, shit can't hit the mat, dude. No, like poop.
That I'm pretty tolerant to like embarrassing stuff. That I would be mortified if I dropped a poo
You gotta
nugget.
think like nervous, nighttime.
I'd enema. No, there'd be nothing left.
You think okay?
Hard rock food. You might want to have some Imodium before. You know.
I mean,
I'm a high fiber motherfucker.
We can do this. We can do this fight. Yeah. I just won't tell anybody.
Are you guys gonna need help putting in the plug?
Well, I'm just saying, who do we know that's dumb? That's
Gross.
I don't even know what the name of it is that would fight us in this particular style of fighting.
Catherwood.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah, he would.
Dude, we would kill him.
Yeah, that's true.
And who would he?
You'd have to have like Brendan Schaub as his partner, you know, like someone who would just really level the playing fields.
I'm trying to picture this. So you're both plugged together, and is only one person fighting at a time? So you like switch out?
Yeah, or all four guys are fighting, and you're tethered to your partner through your butt plug.
Okay. So we'd have to get two other people that would be willing
to do that, and that's tough. I just know that he's pretty game for a lot of stuff.
I don't think he wants to fight, but I think when you put he's not into he's against butt stuff.
Oh, he has a tender butt.
Yeah.
When he was butt chugging in our house, he couldn't get the tube in there.
But he was butt chugging. Yeah. My point is he's the guy who will butt chug.
It's true.
Hey.
What's up, dude?
We're doing a podcast right now with Catherwood, and we're talking about a fight. Remember how me and him would talk about the Pluggo war fight?
Yeah, the Pluggo war fight, the dildo in the ass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we branched off to what if me and Catherwood had butt plugs in our asses and we fought as a team, and obviously you lose if the plug comes out of your ass against two other people with butt plugs in their ass and a rope attached. Would you fight me and Catherwood if you had another opponent that would agree to put a butt plug in their ass?
What?
Yep. You heard me right.
Who's my opponent? The Mountain from Game of Thrones?
No, it'd be like similar to like a me. You know, like you're Catherwood and I'm me. And, you know, you would be you and, like, you know, you and Andrew or something.
The only real problem is that guys who are really that good at fighting are typically not open to putting butt plugs in their ass and getting in front of people.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine even asking Eddie?
Jasper.
He might do it.
Yeah,
Jasper
fuck no.
might do it.
Jasper would do it.
Jasper.
What about if you teamed up with Jasper?
I don't know if I should necessarily be putting my butthole through any shit right now.
We could get you a little
3
plug.
months from now.
A little plug.
You could do butt kegels from here till then.
Mm-hmm. Or the opposite of that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to pass on that one.
Oh, you fucker.
So I knew it. He's not into. All right, dude. Fair enough.
All right.
Thank you for the offer, though.
Yeah.
Get
Least I can do.
Get Dr. Drew.
Enjoy your day.
Let's go.
All right. Dr. Drew. Look, I really think that the only two people that would be into this is you and me.
I know, unfortunately.
I don't know. I think it might be fortunate. I think it's kind of I think it feels sorry for anybody else that I dragged into this. I know that you and I will be okay with it, but we could do it where
Ellismania 20. You got to start now.
Why?
We got to figure out a way to make Geraldo Rivera Dr. Drew fight happen.
They'll be dead.
That's true. They'll be like 108.
They're already too old to fight.
That would be great.
I'm telling you, there's a way we can do this
What
where
if
we're
I
both
Dr.
butt
Phil?
plugs. Dr. Phil's going to die soon too.
Dr. Phil's a huge man, too.
Oh, you're
He's a
right.
gigantic man.
Yeah.
Wait, why is Lee calling?
And he's kind of intimidating.
What's up, Lee?
Hey,
Hey, I'm doing a podcast right now, and you're on it, kind of.
okay, can Katie possibly, this is probably going to sound really dramatic and crazy, I'm at work right now in Oakland, and Nikki got in a car accident in my car, and I know she's okay, but she was taken by ambulance, and I want to see if maybe Katie or somebody can go over there, just because I can't.
Okay.
I can text her the hospital that she's at if possible.
Yeah, just text her.
Okay, thank you.
All right, see it.
That's
no good.
awful.
Yeah.
Man.
Car wrecks.
Hospital.
Yeah.
But I guess she's okay.
Right.
So.
Yeah. It's gotta suck though if you're partner's out of town.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Like if Jason was
I'd be
hurt.
freaked.
Yeah. That's
Man.
worrisome.
All right, well, that was a shocking Asia moment, but...
That's just in.
Okay, so let's get back to putting things in our asses.
Yeah.
Back to holes.
I'm a big fan.
So if
I've never really done it, but I'm a big fan.
If we put a butt plug in her butt, and then he's got a butt plug in his butt, and then the rope is attached, and then... Because as soon as it pulls, it's coming out.
Yeah, no, that's why there's like some technique to that, because you gotta be like parallel with your partner the whole time and be really conscious about your butt plug. Mm-hmm. You know,
I feel like there's a missing layer to this that we're not thinking of that would add.
What if all 4 butt plugs are tied together?
How would that
How
work?
would we fight?
I don't know. Now I'm just wanting to get guys connected to my butthole.
I know. We can arrange that. It's okay. We don't need to make a show of it. I mean, we can.
Yeah, I don't see any good ideas.
Butt to butt double dong? No.
Yeah.
That's a little too intense.
Yeah, that's pretty intense. We could...
What about if you had a boxing fight where you had a butt plug in like a tail and your opponent can try to grab the tail and pull it out?
Oh, like capture the flag.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, there we go.
So you can win by either KO or, by winning the boxing match or by capturing the butt flag.
And you've got boxing gloves on, so it's going to be hard.
Yeah, it's going to be super hard to grab.
Yeah.
And if you reach for it with 2 hands, it'll punch you in the face trying to grab my butt plug.
I really like this. This is a great idea.
So you can kind of offer your butt, like, here, grab my butt plug, and then when they reach over, spin around and punch them in the face.
Would you be fighting in a jock strap so that the butt is essentially, something assless?
Yeah, you have to have assless chaps.
Uh-huh. Or you could cut a hole out of something.
Yeah, you can just have shorts with a hole and the tail coming out. We should be dressed as horses.
Yeah. Absolutely. Horsey fight. You gotta have...
Man, I really hope they let the bat fight happen.
Whoever...
Because I don't want to do the horse fight.
Listen, the bat fight's happening. You just gotta power through and just do something similar, and like Katie said, and then at the last moment it becomes bat fight.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
But if you can't...
We're doing the puppet fight. We're doing the puppet fight where we're hanging... Everyone's standing upside down, or straight upright.
But if they don't let us hang off stuff, that's what's happening. They're not...
Even if you're standing up and straight up and down?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think we're just trying to get the rope. They're like, we don't have ropes that hang stuff. And I'm like, you do.
Yeah,
You've done it.
Yeah.
I guess we're sending them video of what they've already done to prove that they can do it.
You know what you need too?
What?
You need like a Michael Buffer. You know what I'm saying? Like that you have a real referee.
Yeah.
You have announcers, and stuff, but there's nobody in the ring. Like, and coming up now, this musical chair fight.
Yeah, well, that's me.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, would it help if I wore a suit?
No, I mean, it'd be like a cheeseball tuxedo would be funny. Like a full, but over the top, like velvet.
Like Liberace style with the big fluffy thing in the front?
Yeah.
I like this.
In the red corner!
You should just dress as Prince. You know?
Is that
Henry.
cold?
Henry.
Oh. It was weird to have... I don't think I could be Prince.
No.
I think you'd be a funny Prince because you're big and white.
Yeah.
And with a shaved head.
Right, well, I wouldn't have a shaved head. I'd have...
the Prince wig.
Prince wig on. I was going to get punched off real quick.
What about Bane? Just the whole time you're Bane.
I've got the mask on?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Because you're white and with a shaved head and muscular and...
Hanging fruit.
Do you like that, Katie, now that he's getting buff? Because I know,
do.
like...
Yeah.
Arnold is your Superman.
It is nice.
Huge Jackman. Hey, do you want to be in the dog collar fight?
What's the premise?
Where you get electrocuted and you're blind and you run around?
Sure, I'll do it.
Yeah, Turquoise Jesus is out.
Yeah.
And he was like...
He's sensational.
He's a big show.
So funny.
Yeah.
He would sprint from one side to the other and just fall.
Fall into the... Yeah.
That's why I really have to get my cardio up before this event.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. So
yeah, you shit-whipped yourself last year doing that.
Yeah.
Saw you really slam a few times. I was like, man, he's committing.
But I was tired though.
Yeah. You got to commit to the. No, I've never. I don't know if I've ever been so tired. I mean it. That's not. I'm not. This is not hyperbole. I don't know if I've ever been so tired as when you and I fought with Kit and Dave when we were tied together.
Oh, really?
I was fucking so tired.
Hey, Kit, that went for a long time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I headbutted Kit. That really hurt. And that was the most concussions I've ever had in a day. That event.
Yeah, Dave fucked me up. He flashed me.
That's right, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Remember when the year that him and Sluggo both fought? They were so mean.
I know.
They were just like pumping themselves up and then just cracking.
I think that's because Canadians, they're so nice all the time that they save up.
Yeah.
Like, we bleed out our aggression
do.
Day to day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a weird thing that they had to get that. But I get it. Yeah. It's your one time. You're gonna go for it and look cool.
Really commit. And
Did Sluggo do a Superman punch?
I think Dave did, maybe.
No, I think it was Sluggo.
Oh, yeah. It does sound Sluggo-y.
Yeah, he'd been working on it.
He seems to have more of an edge than Dave.
An edge?
Yeah, he seems like an edgier dude.
Darker, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
He's doing well now.
Yeah.
Still sober and...
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
I think so.
Impressive.
I mean, he smokes weed, but...
Oh, okay.
Stopped drinking.
But not drinking, yeah.
Doing that other stuff, I think.
Good. That's good.
It's definitely the one drug where if someone's like, I've been clean, but I want that to be weed.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I've been clean, but I snort oxys. This doesn't...
Right, or
we can't really say but. I mean, I don't know.
Even drinking. No, I used to, especially back in the meth and coke days, I had plenty of guys that if they were just drinking, they were in their mind, they were clean. Yeah, and I go, yeah, but you're drinking 25 beers a day, and I mean, to make up for stimulants.
Right.
Guys drink, it's like fucking crazy amounts,
I feel like when you're doing hard drugs and then you come off and you're just drinking, yeah, sure, you're okay. But then you got to like figure out how to get that one to slow down too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But at first, I'll let that fly. Like, yeah, man, I'm just like on the beers now, and I'm like, okay. I mean, you can't just stay on there, but it's better than doing coke for sure.
I think because I'm not by any means like a violent person by nature. I actually got myself in more... I'm not trying to make a comparison to what's more dangerous or what's more harmful, but I got myself into more trouble with alcohol than I did with any other drug. And that included 3-day meth benders because...
You're out.
I was just isolated. I was just in a room with tweakers, and that was it. That was the end of it. We watched TV, and we drew bad tattoos.
Right.
Something about, like, when you get to a certain level of drunk, game on. Even if you're a docile person, shit's going down.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen. And whether it was I get behind a car, wheel of a car, who knows? But I'd end up places that I don't remember, and that just never happened with hardcore drugs.
Yeah, no, you're right. And it's the legal one.
I know.
But yeah, the worst ideas. Well, who's she yelling at dogs?
Yes.
Yeah. Good for her. Yeah, I'm gonna not pitch to the Hard Rock that we're gonna do the butt plug thing, but I think that
there's something there.
There is the horse costume.
God, it would be so funny. That's such a good idea. You corner person could be dressed up like a jockey and have like a little whip. Get back in there.
I mean, I feel like if we did it in a way where it was we knew and people around us knew that fight was gonna happen, and then it was like inserted.
Yes.
Right before, like we showed it. There it is, and then whoop. Wait, is that like... Are we off the premises for that?
For having
It might be.
Nah.
There's an insertion problem.
Yeah, because it's. I feel like it could be like the same as radio. There's no insertion in radio, and there's no insertion, I'm assuming, in public.
And in public. And Nevada is... Even though it's crazy because you drink and gamble and there's legalized prostitution in certain areas, Nevada's really strict about certain things. And I'm pretty sure, like, public displays of stuff is not...
Yeah,
I know, like, they're crazy strict about weed. At least, I don't know, maybe not anymore. But.
And then, like, imagine if we were just never at the Hard Rock ever again because
you had a butt plug in?
A butt plug in.
That one time I put a butt plug in front of everybody.
Okay. Let me start
We'll have to
really
do that
racking
in
my brain.
private.
Katie.
We'll do that in our room later.
Who's doing that? Oh, me and him are going to have the...
Take your shirts off, dress like horses.
We can't even do it on YouTube. We'll get kicked off YouTube
like
for
I said,
it.
just in the room.
Just for you?
Yeah, and the other ring girls.
Okay. I mean, that might... Okay, I might do it for the other.
What about like a roller disco fight? Like you're dressed like 70s, like full on roller disco, and you're on roller skates and like grooving, and then you break out in a fight. Like I don't know what. There's something there. It's the idea seems so funny to me of like a big giant afro and like the velour suit, roller skates, and you're like.
I mean, we did the hockey fight.
Yeah, right. On rollerblades. Roller skates would probably be a little more stable, too. So you could actually, like, hit the toe brake and, like, maybe punch them.
I'm just thinking, am I not even, like, having roller skates?
And you could play disco. During the fight.
They got it both. They can lower for sure.
And just people, like, falling over.
Write that down. Because that one works.
Disco Inferno fight.
And I'm thinking, because you got to have headgear so you won't have your afro anymore.
You could put it on top of the headgear. Right? We could figure it out.
I mean, that takes real, like, some people figuring out how to get an afro to fit on a headgear. Might just have
Saturday Night Fever.
If you have all the gear on, all the clothes on, and the headgear, it still works.
Yeah.
Bell bottoms,
full bell bottom, like just straight up roller disco.
All right, that totally works. Alright, so if they try to fuck with the bat fight, then I got stuff. Man, you were good.
Thanks.
Those are good.
Well, I need to make up for my horrible ideas. Remember, my other idea was the tattoo fight.
Yeah, that's a really bad idea.
You're getting a tattoo while you're fighting, but the tattoo artist can also fight too.
Oh.
So you're sitting there going zzz, and you're punching with the other hand.
Oh my god.
And the tattoo artist on the hand he's not working, he or she's not working with, also has a boxing glove.
He or she.
I like.
Might be a female artist fighting a guy.
Could be. Could be two female artists.
Now that's okay. Yeah, so if Lee and Charlotte are not upside down fighting each other, what?
They could potentially be in a strip fight if they're both okay with it.
So I just don't think having as a professional that has ran this event several times, I don't think it's a good idea to be cashing in on a stalemate where they both just sort of slap each other. I mean, they're friends too, so I don't want the crowd to turn on them for not giving us a show. Because I can tell you right now, that musical chair heavyweight fight, people are going to get blasted.
Yep.
That thing is... Everybody that's in it is
pretty
untrained, but just gigantic. And they're all going to clack each other. And it's 1 minute. So.
With ego. Yeah, gigantic with ego. And that always works out.
Yeah, so there's going to be a medic on site for that one.
Oh
yeah, so I don't want to...
What happened to the rope fight? Did that not work out?
I just aced it. I just thought... It didn't seem like it was going to be... I mean, we had these other ideas where you put all these other different ropes on it, and I'm like, it's okay, but it's just not guaranteed funny. I don't want, it's like, you remember things, Biggest Loser fights where people aren't really fighting that well, and then, next fight is the Biggest Loser fight, and I'm like, man, this is,
you don't want to lull on the show.
Yeah, I just feel like if you're going to do this for that many hours, you need to make sure that I just keep looking at it as people that have never been, are like, oh my god,
right?
Oh my god, like they just keep freaking out.
You got Pinata fight? Because that's still my favorite, overall favorite.
Yeah, I want to do the last fight is like an all out brawl too, which I think will be. And if you add the bowls to it, just 3 minutes. Fuck it. Nobody punch anybody in the back of the head.
It's gonna be fun.
It's Hard Rock totally against the idea of the remote control planes because. I don't know why I thought that was so funny, but the idea of like Will or Andrew dressed as King Kong, trying to climb something, and then you know
that's a Jackass thing, right?
Oh, they did. They were Preston. They did. Fuck.
Yeah. With like the planes and everything.
Yeah.
Well, shit. So now they have those little blimps, like at the porn conventions and stuff, that they slowly fly around.
Fucking blimp.
They would be really
a blimp burning around. It would be awesome to have. A mini blimp with Ellismania on it just cruising around the event. That would be hilarious.
That would be cool.
But I feel like that's an expensive blimp. Remote control.
No, because Katie's right. They have it all over the AVNs. It can't be too expensive.
Wait, they do? They have a blimp at the AVNs?
I've never seen that.
They're, when you say blimp, Jason, they're like 3 feet.
Yeah.
I've still never seen that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
It was indoors?
Man, like My Free Cams or some shit on the side.
Yeah, 4chan.
Those guys got money. My Free Cams got money.
Fuck yeah, they do.
Is that still going?
Of course it is. Yeah.
So you never know. Like, people try to ban sex work and all that stuff.
No, it's so fucking stupid.
I saw Foxy at the AVNs. I went to film something there, and the guys are asking me like, "Do you have any hookups?" You know, and I was like, "Do you I was like, I don't know anyone in the porn industry. I don't have any connections.
What is the hookup that you would be getting anyway?
Well, they just assumed like I have a bunch of friends like in the thing, and I was
what
like,
would that be?
I don't know. So I get out of the car and I'm just telling it, and he's like, Mike, what's up? I'm like, oh shit, hey.
I know, but the hookup is just so funny when people are like at the porn awards. Like, what do you want me to like throw some vagina on your face?
Well, that's like a TV.
What is
thing.
the hookup?
I don't know. That's a TV thing. Producers, I give them credit because like they are those guys or gals that'll go out of their way. They'll just to like get a hookup to whatever they can to get access to things because that's what they do. For
I guess access to like a party and stuff.
Right, and they come from a world where knowing someone can get you in touch with another person. And I think that they thought that I could have at least some access to stuff, and I was like, no.
No, you can say that, but you do.
What? How?
You know tons of people in porn.
I would know them if I was like, hey, remember that one time you were on my radio show back? And they might be like, oh, yeah. But I don't know them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know people.
Oh, man. I want to deny that. I don't know why I want to deny that, but yeah, I guess I do. I guess I kind of... You know what? Who knows now? I might be like aced from it from not being friends with one of them, but... Yeah, I guess that the AVN says that one person that always gets us the passes and stuff because he knows the show.
Yeah.
But that's why I still feel like, you know, I mean, that they know you. It's a big show you're from, so it's kind of like you want to get a laminate for all those douchey things. I'm pretty sure you have. Good. Yeah, because it's my only thing is I can't do it. I can't stay up and do it. I really, you know, when you get older, you know what you want, and what I want is I want to have sex with a few of them, and that's it. I don't want to hear about your bullshit. About how much you like sucking dicks or something. I don't care about your after party because I know if you turn the lights on, it's just a bunch of like dirty people smoking cigarettes, and that's all I see when I go there. And, or if I go there and I'm drinking, well then I guess what? I'm not seeing anything but the bar, and I'm not listening to anything anyone's saying, and now I'm only concerned with getting drunk, and I can't stay up late. So and everything pops off at like 4 a.m. when they're all just wasted, and so it's like this weird. You know, I could show up and get in on that, and eventually it would turn out to like a couple of chicks jumping up and down on me. With the amount of work that goes in for that,
no, really.
You got to be joking me. Like I would seriously, like if it wasn't with Katie, you know what I mean? Like I would just jerk off, watch porn, or like the level of like how much effort that goes into is like.
Well,
there's absolutely no way I'll do it.
And having someone at home that will have sex with you a lot. That you enjoy having sex with, that changes the game. Because I've been in a marriage where that wasn't the case.
Right, because then that thing becomes like some sort of holy grail. Like
right.
you're like
think when you were married before.
Right, saying no to it would be insane.
Yeah. I had many instances in my first marriage. I never cheated, but it was really hard. Really hard not to cheat, you know?
Yeah, I bet.
I was at the Playboy Mansion for some part of the industry BS thing. It wasn't like I went to Midsummer Night's Dream or anything, but it was a Playboy party, and this girl was one of the playmates there to like, you know, meet and greet, and she was really high on ecstasy. Yeah. And she kept telling me, she's like, no, we'll just go be alone right now. And I was like, I'm married. She's like, no, we can do, I don't care. We can just go be alone right now. No one will know. And I was like, oh, no, I think I'm good. Yeah.
Ugh.
Should have fucked up.
I should have. But
you're a better person for
I came away from a marriage saying like I didn't cheat. And that does feel nice. But
yeah, I wouldn't know.
Looks off into the distance. God damn it. Could have been jizzing all over the grotto.
I just loading
like everybody else.
Some parrot watching you.
I'm alright with that.
I'd bukkake that parrot.
Oh my god. It would only take one person to bukkake it. They're so small. Just one good load.
I have impressive loads.
Well, I mean, that's necessary. I'm glad you came on the podcast.
Yeah.
Every time? I mean, if we're going to go down that road.
No, I mean, I'm 39 now, so it's not... But I still, I still pack a punch. And, you know,
are you a distance man or just a volume?
You know what? Emily Morse taught me some techniques to increase my distance, and now I'm
sex with Emily. She got a show. They put her show on Sirius.
Did they?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I saw her promo on Instagram.
Emily's a great person.
Yeah.
I like her a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm always happy to see any level of success for her.
Yeah,
Okay.
so anyway, she told you how to shoot loads?
Like certain ball pinching and pulling techniques, like right before I jizz, and it totally...
It shoots.
Yeah.
What?
I blast, yeah.
Wait, you shoot further if you pull your sack a certain way?
Like right below where the sack joins my dick.
Yeah.
And I pinch it,
Yeah.
and I like pull down, and I
Ah,
know.
I'll have to try that.
I'll try that.
Yeah.
Give it a shot, Jason.
Yeah, because sometimes I shoot and I don't know why. Like further
it
and
surprises you.
Yeah.
I think it's
Whoa!
because I think it's because you're charged up. Isn't it? I mean,
Yeah, but I'm saying sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, there's like, sure, and then there's where I'm like, what the hell was that? Like, we're talking feet, and it's usually, like, every now and then if it happens like that, I'm like, okay, I didn't, why? I want to know why. Like, what was the difference between all the other ones and that one? Why did that get distance?
I feel very powerful when it happens.
Yes, but I'd be feeling particularly powerful if I knew a technique to do it whenever I've requested myself to do so.
Yeah.
Then I would be like, okay, because do you want to fly? You want one to fly?
Yeah.
Because I'll do it. That's cool.
That is cool.
I like let out a battle cry. I'm like very proud of my big
Man.
Yeah.
I mean, he is really trying to get out of this show. I get it. That is uncomfortable.
No, I'm telling you the truth. I
You
don't know.
yell and shoot far.
Yeah.
That's
Unless I'm
good for you.
unless I'm jerking off when I don't yell.
Keep it to yourself.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not by myself.
But with your wife, you will yell and she knows that a hard shot's coming.
Yeah.
Does she enjoy the hard shot?
I don't think she minds the hard shot. I think she minds my yelling.
She minds it.
My wife does not like anything that is not loving and intimate. Like, she doesn't mind me, obviously she married me, she doesn't mind me making jokes and shit.
Yeah.
She minds me making jokes when things are being loving.
Yeah, but what about when you're making love every now and then she doesn't say some weird slutty stuff?
She does, but I think that falls into the category of like sexual connection between her and me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, me being a goofball,
that's not cool.
She has no time for it. Me being a goofball when we're hanging out.
But not
me being a goofball when she's being loving or intimate, I'll get in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get in trouble.
Yeah. Michael, that is not okay.
Michael. Oh,
you think yelling makes it go further?
Maybe. Yeah, like breathing out when you punch.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gonna start screaming at me when you come now?
Maybe. I should try it.
I actually it bums me out when I watch porn and the guys get too over the top when they come. Like it makes
See that I'm that with girls.
Yeah. I want it to be somewhat realistic. It's an affront to my sensibilities when they're like.
Yeah, I don't even. I mean, that's to me just laughing time immediately. Anybody does that. I don't care if you're a guy or a girl.
Well, then go comedy. Go full comedy. Go like Nick Manning and do dropping loads all over your fucking glasses.
Yeah, the only reason I know him is the Howard Stern show.
He's the greatest.
I mean, but there you go. That guy's over the top doing it, and you're okay with that guy.
Because he's clearly going for comedy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that, especially a lot of European guys do, where they're like trying to be sensual and they're like,
why do Euros dudes do that?
I don't know.
No, you're so dead on. That.
Right?
I hate
Oh, nissimi pare che dice no, te per
Yeah, I've got audio of some of those on the show.
God, they just need to shut the fuck up.
I mean, it's like some sort of thing where it's, that more of a compliment to the woman to be louder like that. Maybe, because it's obviously a thing from where they are.
Yeah.
Like Americans men want to be quiet. It's not, women don't appreciate it as much. It's been ingrained into us somewhere. I mean, if I had to say, just realizing right now, it's religion.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Even the most sexual Americans are still Americans. Like, we have this weird puritanical thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're not as
shameful about shit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're not as free.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed that with
like French,
German and French chicks.
Like a French celebrity has a sex tape leak, and it's like, eh.
Yeah, it doesn't leak.
Oh,
don't even know if anybody falls.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, she has sex. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It really is such a bigger deal here.
Yeah,
The French president had just had mistresses. They're like, well, yes, it's part of the job. He is a mistress. Uh-huh.
Yeah, really, and then it's because you live in that world, because that's the thing with planes and boats. When you get to another country, it's like another world.
Fuck yeah.
And you get that sense as soon as you get off the plane or the boat that you're in another world. Sure, we're all speaking English, we've got eyes and shit, but you can tell it's off. It's another dimension. Everything's a little off. Which means you get that feeling of the group, everybody in the group agrees. The whole world, your world, agrees that it ain't that big of a deal. Mm-hmm. Or it's a very big deal.
Yeah.
So even when all eyes aren't watching you, it's been ingrained in you to feel uncomfortable when that is happening.
And vice versa. I mean, when people from other countries come here, it's like, it's off. Their world has been rocked, you know? It's just, everything's a little off. My wife's family lives in Sweden, and they came to visit. They were in Venice, and they got pulled over. And she was like, my wife's cousin was like, mind blown that she couldn't like level with the cop, like couldn't have a conversation. I was like, you tried to talk your way out of a ticket with the LAPD? Like, what do you mean? What's wrong? Of course, like, were you speeding? She's like, oh yes, I was going over the speed. And I was like, well, you're not talking your way out. Yeah. She was like, she didn't understand. She's like, in Sweden we can have a conversation talking about it's not that dangerous. And I was like, no, like you're not talking your way out of it just because you're a nice person.
Yeah, or that there's like you're not hurting anybody thing.
Right.
Like if it's not hurting anybody, then why give her the ticket?
Yeah.
That's not how we roll here. We just, like, fuck you.
Yeah.
We're giving you a ticket. Because I want you to suffer is why I'm giving you the ticket.
Yes. Welcome to America.
Wasn't that endanger? You're right. What didn't endanger anybody? So I want to make it double.
Yeah.
To piss you off. Because we return the favor here.
And it didn't make sense to her, but it made, to me, I was like, oh, cool. Were you speeding when he pulled you up? She's like, I was. I was like, yeah,
because in Australia you could have a discussion.
Yeah. I feel like there was parts of America where you could do that back in the day.
Yep, for sure.
My friends from Georgia told me about how his dad got a DUI and the cops gave him a ride home.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was shit-faced. He crashed his car. Oh. This is backwoods Georgia, though. I mean, towns of like 100 people. And he crashed his car and drunk out of his mind, and the cops came and gave him a ride home, and that was that.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's not that crazy in Australia for that to happen.
Yeah.
That sounds so unheard of, though.
Yeah, I don't even think in small town in the Midwest or the South, I don't think that shit happens anymore.
Yeah.
I think in 2000.
Yeah, people catch on.
You're fucked. Yeah.
That's a dangerous one. Yeah, I think also just in big cities there isn't that sense of community. Like you probably don't know your officers or they don't recognize you. It's just
it's a bummer.
So many people.
It's a bummer, and I love LA. I'm from LA. I'm born and raised here. I've lived in other places and mostly big cities. And I love it. I'm not complaining. I like people. I like being around people. I like getting to know different people and all that. But it's a bummer being awash in a sea of people. Mm-hmm. You do feel, you go to visit somewhere where it's a real community. It's so nice,
mm-hmm.
like to know that the butcher knows your family and the baker and the postman and like you have relationships and shit. It's weird.
The grass is always greener.
Yeah.
Do you think that because you're from here and your hometown is full of assholes like me? But I don't have any. I don't have a community. Don't know what it's like, so I don't miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. I kind of. I'm just that asshole. I want to go to work. I want to go home.
You have a weird community in that everywhere you go, people are probably stopping you. And like, you love the show.
No.
Yes.
Wait,
what? It does happen. That does happen.
I'm not saying...
Do you think I'm more famous than you?
Absolutely. And you're way more recognizable.
Whoa. I think that I'm more... If you see me, then if you see me again, yeah, I'm more recognizable. But
I also
you don't see me. You're on TV. I'm not on TV.
Famous. You're way more... Yeah, but I'm not on TV a lot. And you're way more
on TV more than me.
You're way more famous...
So
with a community that's super passionate about you.
Yeah, okay, what I'm saying? I think the people that listen are super passionate, but I don't think it's as many people as other people think. I don't know. You know what? I don't know.
You don't know either. That's
You're
true.
Right.
I know what it's like.
Millions.
Listen, I know.
It could be 100,000.
I certainly, every once in a while, have a fan come up to me and say, hey, I'm a big fan or whatever, or can I get a picture? It happens.
From this show?
Oh, from the Jason Ellis show. From the Jason Ellis show and from other stuff. From Loveline, from Kevin and Bean.
See, but don't you think it's more from, like, the Love Line and the TV
You know
stuff?
what it is? You know what it is lately? Especially in Los Angeles? It's that Rudy character I do.
Oh, from Instagram.
All the time.
Yes.
Dudes come up to me and they're like, "Hey, Rudy, what's up? Can I get a picture?" And I'm like,
Man, social media's gnarly, right?
more so than Fireman yesterday. I was at California Chicken Cafe, and he's like, Fireman comes in and he's looking at me kind of weird, and I was like, "Hey," and he's like, "Hey, Rudy, can I get a picture?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course you can, man."
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah.
That is great. Actually, a friend of mine sent me one of your videos,
Yeah.
the Rudy ones, like, look how funny this is, and I was like, oh, I know that guy.
Nice.
That's hilarious.
Nice.
It's getting around.
But I know what it's like to be around people who, like, they can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
I was in Aspen with Kurt and Goldie, and Kate Hudson showed up for, like, just for a couple days out of the weekend. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. When you go out there, where literally you walk outside and people are, their heads are like, thunk.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then you see all the people elbowing each other whispering. Mm-hmm. That's got to be crazy. That's got to
I would hate that.
You just block it out, though.
Yeah, but you know it's there. And it's got to, like, affect the way that you do
I don't think it's
everything.
that bad of a thing to happen to somebody. You know,
No.
If you're not grounded, then sure. But I just, like, I don't know.
I don't think, I'm not saying, like, well, Crimey River, but I'm just saying I know what it's like to, I've seen real recognize, like, when it gets crazy. And it's nuts.
You know,
Drew has a little level of that.
Fuck yeah, he would.
They
told me they're coming out. He's coming to Ellismania, and his wife was like, "You're gonna stay at another hotel because he's like Mickey Mouse at Disneyland in there."
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "It makes sense."
Yeah.
People, especially Ellismania, people, if they recognize you, they are coming up to say hello.
And he's a full-fledged TV celebrity, so people literally don't think he's a human being.
Right.
Like Drew and I remember one time we were eating at an airport, and we were flying somewhere. And we're sitting there eating, and people just walk up like with their phone in hand, and then like start putting their hands around. They don't say anything. I'm like, what? Can you at least? He's a human being. Come on, for Christ's sake.
No.
Look what I got.
It's the same as Tony.
He's like,
yeah, I bet.
You know, they were saying in the team meeting for Ellismania that we're gonna put money into ads on Instagram.
Nice.
And I was like, you really think that's worth it? And they're like, probably. And then you bringing up that.
It's crazy. It's crazy how that works, man. Think about like our comic friends. Do they really get a lot out of going like the morning radio shows and the town to town? I'm sure there's some benefit. What drives their business nowadays? It's like fucking Toledo. I'll be there this weekend.
Yeah,
I know.
There's
right?
a link to the tickets.
It really, yeah. And there could be people that have, like, heard your show before, or maybe not that invested of fans, but then they see that it's happening, like, oh, okay. It's just that extra little push, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll see. I don't know why, but because I don't have, like, a big famous person on this card, but I just believe that this one sells out fast. So I just think it's all put together well. And I feel like
it's a summertime event.
It's an easy way. I just feel it's easy. It's an easy sell this year.
Yeah.
And I don't have a reason. I can't tell you. Well, it's because of this one thing in particular. Usually I'm way more. Maybe it's just me. I usually get stressed about it selling. I'm like, even if it doesn't, it's gonna be a gnarly event, and all the video content is gonna be gnarly.
Two things: you've done a lot more work on yourself, and you've done a lot more work on Ellismania. That's it. You're way more well-adjusted just in life. Yeah. And you've invested more personally in this, and you feel better about it.
It didn't even sell out last year. Or maybe it came to it right the day of, but I don't even think it sold out. I still think this one will. I don't know why. I just think it's more...
It's got a kick-ass name.
I just know that I just know what I'm like, this fight's going to happen, and this fight's going to happen, and this fight's going to happen. So, you can get your tickets. You probably want to get one pretty soon.
Well, and also it's like the Friday night events. It's a whole thing, you know. It's not just the fight. Like that's what I was talking about with like the community idea. You know, you show up on Friday night. There's the music. Everybody sees each other. Then you see, you know, the next day you see a dude gambling in the, you know. I was eating at the cafe with Magnolia and my wife, and we sat down with just random strangers because they were wearing like wolf knives, and they're like, "Hey, Mike, you know, can we get on?" I was like, "Yeah," and then we all sat together and ate at the Hard Rock, and they were perfect strangers. You know, there's something nice about that.
That is awesome. Cool. I look forward to doing some gambling this year.
I'm not good at it, but I'll do it.
I'm terrible.
I'm pretty bad at it too, but my mom just got married at Circus in Reno. So my brother and I had a lot of fucking time on our hands wandering around, and we just played a lot of blackjack. And
Are you good?
I got better at it.
Yeah.
Like, I sort of figured it out more and, like, was able to win money back and was just like, okay, this is kind of fun now.
I was trying to tweet you because you put out there, or maybe Instagram, you put out, what's there good to do in Reno?
Oh, yeah.
And I was somewhere where there's no surf. I kept trying, and then I forgot to do it when I got
it.
But
Kill yourself.
the Museum of Art, Modern Art in Reno
Yeah.
is fucking awesome, and they have a punk rock section. And it's an art...
You weren't going to go. Or what have you?
I was looking for anything to do there. It was so
There's like an art
dangerous.
docu-series in there. It's pretty cool.
Well, if I ever find myself there again.
Yes.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, I don't like that place.
Yeah.
Reno?
Well, I mean, I shouldn't say that. I actually really liked it, but I did a lot of cocaine.
I was going to say, it's very methy for me. It's a real... Like, Lake Tahoe, Reno area is... There's a lot of bad...
I was just in somebody's house on the couch and in a jacuzzi in the snow. And then we ended up fighting in the jacuzzi, wrestling in the jacuzzi, naked. And one of us had dropped a glass in the jacuzzi and it broke. And me and Duffy were fighting each other in the jacuzzi. And then someone was like, "Why is the jacuzzi water changing color?"
Oh.
And I'm like, "What the fuck's going on?" And then, because we had a keg, I remember Duffy carrying the keg out in the snow, and his balls, because it was cold, his balls were past his dick. And I was like, "I didn't know your balls could pass your dick." Like, and we're all laughing at his balls. And then we made a bet where who would come out of the jacuzzi and go out in the snow closest to the fence, and we kept like outdoing each other. And then finally, we went over the fence out into like other people's yards naked in the snow, and then back over. And then the very end was the wrestling where the jacuzzi started to go black, and it was our blood. And we were like, "Oh no, all our feet are stabbed from wrestling glass." Yeah.
Bloody jacuzzi. Pretty metal.
Yeah, and then it was just more drinking, more bumps, and it was just 2 days at some dude's house, some pro snowboarder's house. It was, "You're alright, Ellis." And I'm like, "Alright." And then, because we were only supposed to be there to pick up coke. I don't know what we were there for, but then we got on a plane to Vancouver, and that's when Duffy got in. He fell asleep in the Reno airport because we missed a flight because we were drinking in the airport. And then I put cigarettes in his nose because he passed out and he was snoring and smoking cigarettes through his nose. And then somebody saw that. And then I was like, "Get on the time to board the plane, Pat." Like, I pulled the smokes out of his nose and woke him up. And then they let us on the plane. And then when we got to Vancouver, I got through. And then they were like, "Excuse me?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Are you with this guy over here?" And I turn around and it's Duffy. And I'm like, "Yeah." And then that's when they took me into the room and made me take my pants down and bend over and look at my ass. And he's like, "Take your pants down." And I bent over and he's like, "What's that tattoo say?" And I was like, "Can I fucking talk about that when my pants are back up?" And he's like, "Yeah, fair enough." And he looks at my asshole and I stand up and I'm a young man. I'm like, "Wow." But, thank God I was high and drunk. And then he's like, "You got cocaine all over your passport and everything." I'm like, "Do I?" He's like, "Yeah." And you got any on you? I'm like, "I don't." And he's like, "All right." And he's like, "Your friend got any?" I'm like, "I don't think so. I'm pretty sure we did it all." And he was like, "All right, you have a good one." I'm like, "Okay then." And then I would go through customs and I got these strippers waiting for me out the front with their spliff joints that they've rolled specifically for Jason because Jason's coming to Canada and he smokes spliffs.
Oh, the life.
Right? Like and like after all, I mean my cavity check and all that cocaine and cut feet just like straight out of the airport, like straight into the strip club, straight into drinking rails off the fucking toilet bowl. You know what I mean? Like, and then fuck this chick, fuck that chick. Wake up in the morning, where am I? Whose house? Just somebody, Sluggo's here to take you to the ramp. Sounds good. You know, fucking in the car. I'm hungry. Feed the Jason. And then the Jason goes to the ramp. I'm thirsty.
I don't know if I could have pulled away. If my drinking and using was like that, I don't know if I would have fucking made it out.
Well, I would
have just continued.
Those are the good good stories. Like everybody else, tell the bad story. But those were the good old days. And what you mean? That's when I woke up unstoppable too. I didn't wake up like, "Oh my God, the whole life has ended." I woke up unscarred. So weird to know that as an adult, I shaved. I just did not know anything could ever happen to me. I was unscarred.
It's crazy. Now, if I don't get a good night's sleep, I feel like I'm hungover.
I know, right? You can... I know. But that's, that's your run. You have your runs and you...
And I'm sore as shit all the time from training. I'm constantly sore.
Yeah, but what about people that don't fucking do anything and they're not... Okay, great, so they're not sore, but maybe their pancreas is going to be sore soon. Like, there's the next level we haven't got to, where there's old people that are listening to this, like, you have no idea. Yeah. Yes, we don't. But if you eat healthy and you're sore, your muscles are sore from working out, then you're not going to be this other thing where it's like... those people when they're when people you can hear them, they're breathing hard and funny, and they're the same age as us.
I know.
What are you breathing like when you're 60? Is it just like you got an oxygen mask on?
It's true. Like, you can hear them coming. Like, they're just breathing so hard.
Well, that's the one where I'm. That and the constant pain. That's my only one that I worry about. It's just like constant agony. I'm too much of a junkie. I know what I'll do if it's constant agony. Right. I'll justify it too. And you won't stop me. I'm successful. You won't take that bottle out of my fucking hand. Not if I'm in constant pain.
Yeah.
I don't care what you think. Jason, you should really stop eating those painkillers. I don't care. Would you want me to just rock back and forth?
But what if you kept super busy all the time? Because I feel like that can save you.
I know that I would go. It would have to be all stones unturned. Then the doctor says, sorry, Jason, there's no cure for your pain.
Yeah.
You are in... What you have is the special thing where it's just constant pain and we don't have anything for it except drugs. And then I'll be like, all right. And I'll tell everybody. I'll tell Devin and Tiger. Here's the news. So, when Dad's like, doesn't look as sharp as he used to.
Nodding
too
off
bad.
On the couch.
Look, I just don't think I'd ever be that guy.
Yeah.
I just like life too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. It's hard to...
But then there's that killing people thing. Like, if I'm in that and I can't get out...
I don't know.
Can't do anything, can't have any fun.
It's weird how, like, I've been sober almost be 17 years in October.
That's amazing.
It's just drinking and using is like a teeny little piece of it. Meaning, like, my disease is still active and has changed along this time that I've been sober. I know all these feelings of anxiety and depression. It's just me feeding the beast, and if I don't tend to my recovery, even if I don't drink and use, like, I'm feeding the fucking disease. Right. I'll go shopping, or I'll fucking beat off for like 2 hours straight. It manifests in different ways, but it's always there, and I can feed it if I don't. I used to say, like, I hear old timers talk about how while you're not tending to your recovery, your disease is hitting the heavy bag and training nonstop. It doesn't rest. And I think about that because it's so true. The more and more I go, I'm like, I don't need to go to meetings. And even if 12 steps not your thing, just like if I don't meditate, if I don't constantly work on my positive thinking, and I'll just let myself go down these weird rabbit holes of depression, it gets crazy. And I start acting like an addict. I don't drink, I don't use, but I start acting like an addict. I fucking, I'll start taking like fat burners.
Yeah.
And I'll feel like I need more. I'll go to the gym twice in a day for no reason, and then go do jujitsu, and it's like over the top. It's not healthy. Everything I do, it starts.
That's what I do,
and it starts getting out of control.
Yeah,
I see it. Or like I said, shopping's a big one. I don't know why I never got into gambling. I can't believe it, but
that's what I did. I stopped focusing on it.
Yeah.
The fight took me out. I figured that would keep me occupied, But that was it. 2 a day, 3 a day. Get something ripped out of my chest, stitches in it. Coach is like, why are you here? Let me just watch, Coach. And next thing you know, I'm on the mat. Get off the mat. Told you, no training today. Okay. I'm all bummed out with my coach because she won't let me train. Stitches in my chest.
Food, too. Food, I'll get crazy. I'll go on binge. I'll be like, why do I'm a grown man. It's not like I make a living with my abs, and I'll eat fucking pizza and wash it down with donuts and go crazy. And then I'll be like, what am I doing? And I'll starve myself, and I have to take that moment and sit there like, what do you do? You might as well just be snorting bumps right now. That's how you're behaving.
See, that's the thing that made me smoke weed again. I'm just fucking too crazy.
Yeah.
all your ideas are too crazy. Too crazy. I don't want to be around me anymore.
I agree with it too. I'm not. I don't smoke, but if you can just smoke weed and stay that way, good for you. Marijuana maintenance is a godsend for a lot of people. I know if I fucking take a bong load, it's going to be a short amount of time before I'm getting bumps. Yeah. I know it.
And that's crazy.
That's just
if I smoked weed and I knew that I was getting bumps, that would be the easiest choice I've ever made in my life. I don't want to curse myself, but I would love if that happened.
Steve-O's the same way. We've talked about it. Like he's
no, I know. Okay, because I knew Steve-O when he was high.
Yeah.
So, and I knew that was. I don't know what happened to me, man. Because I was that guy.
Yeah.
I think the fear. I think my dad died. I don't know what happened, but just I was like, I can't put it in me anymore. I can't even grab it and put it on the table in front of me. And every time I've ever got near it now, it's like, I got that. It's not. It doesn't bring the joy. It just brings fear and
regret.
Regret. It just brings. I get dark when you've got it in the room.
You've got a thing about you though, where you really, and I'm sure a lot of it is like your father's passing, and you know your brother's passing, whatever it may be. It's probably a collection of things that make this weird recipe. But you're really fixed on not being a piece of shit. Like you have a weird, like a good one, but you have a real burning inside you that you do not want to be a deadbeat. You know, and like that, it's a non-stop, constant, overwhelming fear almost, I think.
I mean, I always gave money to homeless people when I was a kid because I just thought that was what I was going to be.
Yeah.
And I would hope that somebody would give me some money or a beer when I'm on that street because I was positive that's where I was going to go. I mean, my father was like, you're fucking like you know, I mean, you're an uneducated, lazy loser. You're fucked.
Yeah. See that, and that probably. Yeah, that could have gone two ways. Where you could have just, it'd be like, oh, manifest destiny. I'm going to become a fucking loser. Or it's like, no. I make sure I'm not going to become a fucking.
Yeah, well, that was, and I feel like I relate to everybody who's in that world. And the older I get, the more I see that there's, you know what I mean? I aspired to be the best shithead you could, that existed. Because that was my idol.
Yeah.
You know, my idol was a shithead. And you don't realize, you know what I mean? That guy, even when you realize that guy's a shithead, your goals are still to, you know what I mean? As far as you know, the coolest shithead in the world. That's my goal.
Your parents are still like gods to you. You know, even if you hate them.
Yeah.
You know, they're still like gods.
Yeah, you have to like plan what who you want to be. You have to see yourself. I always visualize this other person that is me, and that's what I see myself as that person, and I go match that person. You know what I mean? Like stay on your goals of what you want to be. You want to be that guy, then this is the road that you have to walk to be that guy. And if you want to be another guy, then you can go down this other road. Just be okay with it. It's like being fatter. I'm fatter, but I'm happier. I don't go to the gym all the time, but I'm happier.
Like Hugh Jackman.
I just don't like going all the time every day and the whole compete win. I don't like him anymore. He just doesn't have time for anybody else, and I don't appreciate any of my day anymore because I'm in a hurry to go to the next gym or I'm in a hurry to consume my food so that I can stay. I don't know. It was just.
Do you think
it's too much.
The heart thing gave you a realization of like what's really important? Like that you know, I don't know if you were like on death's door, but you definitely brushed up against like, fuck, I had some serious shit, you know? And
I still face it every day.
Do you think that made you reanalyze? Because what you're saying essentially is like, I now know what to prioritize. Yeah, and I go working out and being healthy is nice, but I don't need to fucking be crazy about it because that compromises the time that I spend with Katie and the kids and all those things. Like, you put them in order because maybe you got just a little peek at like the good old Mr. Death.
Yeah, I mean the heart thing freaked me the fuck out. Changed my life forever.
Yeah.
It's a constant nagging that it's. You know, I think I work hard on dying, knowing that when it happens, that I don't spend any more time worrying about it.
Yeah.
I don't want it to come and be like, oh, please help me. Fuck off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it comes, I'll be like, fuck off. Good for you, dickhead. You know? Somebody get me a joint. I just don't care about you trying to take me off this planet anymore. I've had to worry so much about it. I've had to fight so much. That's the other thing. I'm sick of having to fight everybody or puff up about anything I do. I don't want to puff up anymore. I don't want to be tough. You know, I think I had to be tough because I was scared. I was pretty sure I wasn't tough, so I had to match that. You'd have to go.
No, I do, but I isolated this quote this morning. In fact, I was reading, and getting to like having to puff up and fight everybody and constantly be in competition. I read this and I was like, oh, dude, it's no wonder he's considered to be the greatest American writer. Hemingway said, there is nothing noble in being superior to your fellow man. True nobility is being superior to your former self.
Right.
You know? And I spent the same thing. It's like I'd see someone hosting some gig on some guy. Fuck that guy.
Right.
And, you know, and now I'm just like, oh.
See, I think that my therapist gave it to me the best. He was like, you've won.
Yeah.
He's like, when are you going to realize that you don't need to fight anymore? You've won. In the game of life, Jason Ellis has won. And if you realize it every day, you realize that you don't need to fight everybody anymore. And I feel like it's a constant.
The problem
is just official.
The problem is, in getting that through your skull, is that it's so hard because rage works.
Right.
It doesn't work forever, but it works so well for you that you're like, you want to tell the therapist, fuck off. Yeah, that got me here.
Yeah, but he's forever in there. Yeah. And that's the thing you have to know. If I need him, I can pull him out whenever I want because he's in there. I built him. Yeah. So you don't have to worry. That's the other thing. You don't have to worry that because somebody has got your back. Yeah. He will show up if you need him, but he probably doesn't need to exist. So let's just be fucking happy with your day.
Yeah.
Be okay with everybody. This ain't like America. Like I made that decision, and ever since then, it's been great. Whenever I remember that, things are great.
Yeah.
I forget that all the time. That's all. Thanks for being on the show, dude. It's been a great conversation.
Always a pleasure. I told you earlier. It's like
I felt bad when I texted him this morning. I was like, and then when we finished the show today, I was like, he's like, so we're doing it in here, and I'm like, at my house. I'm like, he's not making him drive up the hill.
It's alright.
This place sucks.
I told you this morning, and I meant it. It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
I love you, dude. You know that.
I love you back.
You guys should take your shirts off.
Right. I don't know. Our shirts are off right now, and butt plugs are in.
My cock is out.
And Katie's jizzing. I don't know. Sorry. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll be back next week. Show me. You just pulled a bit on the bottom, huh?
Is it like a tube that you squeeze? The little tube?
Yes. Okay. So yeah. Underneath your dick, where your balls connect to the dick, there's like the wires that go to your ball, and I squeeze those. You know what? I could get Emily to tweet you the exact protocol.
Yeah.
Please do.
That make for good social media.
I'm kind of bummed out that I know her and I've been on her show and she didn't tell me how to shoot huge loads.
Well, she can get lost.
I feel like every man needs to know that.
She can get lost easily.